Good morning everyone. Today I am going to lecture on computer integrated manufacturing lab. So when you want to write the programming using CNC milling machine, there are two methods. One is absolute programming method and other one is incremental programming method. For absolute we are using G90 code and for the incremental we are using G91 code. In absolute programming we have to take any one point as a reference. So in this we can take the point P1 as the reference. So we can take the point P1 as the reference point. Now to specify the coordinates of P2, we have to take P1 as the reference. So in x direction the distance between P1 and P2 will be 0, whereas in y direction the distance between P1 and P2 will be 100 mm. Similarly, when we want to specify the coordinates of P3 point, we have to take P1 as the reference. So in x direction the distance between P1 and P3 is 60, in y direction it remains 100, and it continues. So here always we have to take P1 point as the reference. So I can take point number 6, P6. You can see here the point number 6, P6. In x direction the distance between P1 and P2 will be 100, whereas in y direction it will be 30. So it is very easy. Always we have taking one point as a reference. In case of incremental, that is using G91 cycle, the reference point continuously changes. So when we want to specify the coordinates of the point P2, we have to take P1 as the reference. So distance in x direction as well as y direction we have to find out. So x direction it will be 0 and in y direction it will be 100. Whereas when we want to specify the coordinates of the point P3, we have to take P2 as the reference now. So reference changes. So in x direction the distance between P2 and P3 will be 60, whereas in y direction it will be 0. So I can consider the point number 6. So if you want to specify the coordinates of the point P6, you have to take P5 as the reference now. In x direction the distance between P5 and P6 will be minus 0 it will be, whereas in y direction it will be minus 40. So in case of incremental the reference point keep on changing, whereas in case of absolute the reference point will be fixed, and the major difference is in the code, that is G90 and G91. So in case of CNC we can use both the programming. So students should be very much careful. They have to read the question carefully, whether it is incremental or absolute, and they have to write the program accordingly. So with this I am going to end the concepts of incremental and absolute programming, so which is used in CNC milling. So thank you.